The disappearance of Atlantis. Myth, mystery, and search for truth. Atlantis is one of the most enduring legends in human history. It's a story that has fascinated philosophers, historians, scientists, and dreamers for centuries. At the heart of the mystery lies a simple question. Did Atlantis really exist? This 20-minute narrative will take you through the origins of the legend, the evidence for and against it, the numerous theories surrounding its possible location, and its impact on modern culture and psychology. Our goal is not just to search for a lost city, but to understand why this myth continues to captivate our collective imagination. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Plato's Atlantis. The legend of Atlantis begins with the writings of Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher. In around 360 BCE, he wrote two dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, in which he describes an advanced civilization that existed 9,000 years before his own time. According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful and prosperous island nation located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, or what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. The Atlanteans were descendants of Poseidon, the god of the sea. They created a society with stunning architecture, fertile farmland, and cutting-edge technology. But as generations passed, the people of Atlantis became morally corrupt. Driven by greed and lust for power, they tried to dominate the known world. In response, the gods punished them. In a single day and night of catastrophic earthquakes and floods, Atlantis sank into the sea and disappeared forever. For Plato, the story had a deeper purpose. It was a warning about the dangers of arrogance and imperialism. But was there any truth behind the tale? Chapter 2. Interpretations and Skepticism. Many scholars consider Plato's story to be purely fictional. They see it as a parable meant to illustrate his ideas about justice and ideal governance. In the Republic, he contrasts the corruption of Atlantis with his vision of a just city. Atlantis, in this interpretation, is a philosophical device. But not everyone agrees. Some believe that Plato based his story on older records or oral traditions. He himself claims that the tale came from Solon, an Athenian statesman who heard it in Egypt. Egyptian priests allegedly told Solon about an advanced civilization that disappeared after a great cataclysm. Others think that Plato's dating might have been mistranslated or exaggerated. The 9,000 years he mentions may have been a symbolic number or an error. Still, it's the vividness of his description that keeps people wondering. Plato didn't speak in vague metaphors. He gave names, measurements, and a clear geographic setting. That level of detail continues to fuel the belief that there's more to the story. Chapter 3. Theories of Location. Over the years, countless theories have emerged about the possible location of Atlantis. One of the most cited is the Minoan civilization, centered on the island of Crete and the volcanic island of Thera, modern-day Santorini. Around 1600 BCE, a massive eruption destroyed much of Thera. Tsunamis and ash may have devastated Minoan cities across the Aegean. Some scholars believe this real-world catastrophe inspired Plato's tale. Others point to the Richat structure in Mauritania, also known as the Eye of the Sahara. Its circular shape and remote desert location have intrigued researchers. Some believe it matches Plato's description of Atlantis' circular city layout. There are also claims about the Caribbean, especially underwater formations off the coast of Cuba. The Azores Islands in the Atlantic are another popular candidate. Some researchers suggest that an advanced culture may have lived there before sea levels rose. Even Antarctica has been proposed, with theories arguing it was once ice-free and home to an ancient society. However, none of these theories have been conclusively proven. Archaeologists and geologists caution against jumping to conclusions based on limited or misinterpreted evidence. Still, the mystery persists. Chapter 4. Atlantis in Literature and Popular Culture. Whether real or fictional, Atlantis has had an extraordinary influence on storytelling. Writers from Francis Bacon to Jules Verne to contemporary fantasy authors have imagined the lost city in various forms. In movies, TV shows, and video games, Atlantis is often portrayed as an advanced utopia, a place of ancient secrets and futuristic technology. In Disney's Atlantis, the Lost Empire, the city is hidden and powered by mysterious energy sources. In the DC universe, Atlantis is the home of Aquaman and a powerful underwater kingdom. The idea of a forgotten golden age appeals to our deepest sense of nostalgia and wonder. It also raises questions about what we may have lost, or what we might still discover. Atlantis represents both our fascination with the past and our hopes for a more enlightened future. Chapter 5: Pseudoscience and Speculations. Unfortunately, the myth of Atlantis has also attracted pseudoscience and conspiracy theories. In the 19th century, Ignatius Donnelly's book Atlantis, The Antediluvian World, claimed that Atlantis was the origin of all ancient civilizations, including the Egyptians and the Mayans. He argued that it was a technologically advanced society that perished in a global flood. His ideas lacked solid evidence, but they were widely read and influential. In the 20th century, writers associated Atlantis with aliens, psychic powers, and mystical energy. These ideas have been popularized in books, documentaries, and shows like Ancient Aliens. While entertaining, they are not based on credible archaeological or scientific research. Still, they demonstrate how powerful the Atlantis myth is. It can be reshaped to fit nearly any narrative, from spiritual awakening to global conspiracy. Chapter 6: Scientific Investigations. Serious scientific attempts to locate Atlantis have been made. Marine archaeologists have explored the Mediterranean and Atlantic for evidence of sunken cities. Some findings, such as submerged settlements off the coast of India and Japan, have intrigued researchers. But none match Plato's description precisely. Geologists have studied sea level changes, earthquake zones, and volcanic activity to identify places that might have hosted ancient civilizations now lost beneath the waves. Technologies like satellite imaging, sonar, and submersibles have advanced the search. Yet despite the technology, no universally accepted site for Atlantis has been found. That doesn't stop people from looking. New discoveries are made every year that challenge our understanding of early human history. Perhaps one day, something will be uncovered that changes everything. Until then, the legend remains just out of reach. Chapter 7: The Symbol of Atlantis. Beyond the literal search, Atlantis serves as a powerful symbol. It represents the fragility of civilization, a society that rose to greatness only to fall because of its own flaws. It reminds us that technological and cultural advancement doesn't guarantee moral integrity or survival. Atlantis is also a symbol of lost wisdom. The idea that once humanity may have known more about nature, the cosmos, or ourselves than we do today. In psychology, Carl Jung saw myths like Atlantis as archetypes. They reveal our collective fears, dreams, and values. Atlantis becomes a mirror, reflecting who we are and who we wish to be. That is why the story endures. Not because of what we may find beneath the ocean, but because of what we find within ourselves. Conclusion: the enduring mystery. The disappearance of Atlantis is more than a historical puzzle. It's a story that speaks to something universal. Whether it was a real place, a misunderstood event, or a crafted allegory, the legend challenges us to think bigger, to wonder what is possible, to question how civilizations rise and fall, and to reflect on our own place in history. Or it may be found tomorrow,